इसी के साथ अगर आपसे मैं बात करता हूँ, लेट्स गो
Okay, this is our planner profile. Okay,
बाबर भाई
and in planner profile,
ये
want
वहाँ पे
to-
ये वाली एक सेल जनरेट करती है जिसका नाम है जॉब, ठीक है।
plan fixed cost.
अब
Okay,
जॉब जो है ना ये प्लेसमेंट की है ये वाली, लेट्स गो ये
plan fixed
बिजनेस
cost
आप
controlling
स्टार्ट करते
area
हैं, ये 7,000
currency
7,000 बीवीज तो ये वाली,
and
या ये 7,000 बीवीज आपको भी
ready
देंगे
for
कि नहीं?
input. Okay,
नदी के बाद ये आपको भी देंगे क्योंकि आपने अपनी पोजीशन एक्वायर कर लिया, ठीक है भाई। 7,000 लेफ्ट पे होंगे, 7,000 राइट पे होंगे, फिर 500
edit elements.
ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे ना अब कितना भी ये नेटवर्क बिल्ड करता है मेरे जो सारे का सारा फायदा पहले आपको वही लोगों को दिएगा। लेट्स सपोज आपसे पहले कोई आ जाता है, ठीक है, और उसके भी दो जनरल से एक लेफ्ट और एक राइट, वो सारी की सारी प्लेसमेंट कर देगा। फिर क्या होना था, फिर होता यू लूज द एंटायर
Delete element.
इसलिए कहते हैं स्टार्ट इमीडिएटली स्टार्ट, ठीक है। इसमें कॉस्ट ऑफ डिले जो है वो बहुत है, इसको जब लॉक करनी है चीजें। यहाँ पे अगर आपसे बात करेंगे नेक्स्ट ES की है, ये कुछ ट्रेंड है जो बाबर भाई देखेंगे ES में और BS। ये आपको ना कि जिन्होंने एक्सप्लेन तो बड़ा अच्छा किया था, लेकिन फिर कुछ थोड़ा सा और बैठ कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे अगर आपसे मैं बात करूँ ES भी है, यहाँ पे जो ES क्वाड्रेंट वाले लोग हैं उनका क्या ऑफिस रूटीन जो चलती है 9 to 5 9 to 5 एक सर्कल में। यहाँ पे जो लोग हैं ना, ये लोग अपने बिल्ड करते हैं बिजनेस।
Delete element.
अब यहाँ पे ये जो इनके बच्चे हैं ये भी यही काम करते हैं, यहाँ पे ये लोगों को बिल्ड करते हैं, यहाँ पे इनके बच्चे भी यही काम करते हैं। यहाँ पे तो काम करता है बस मैं जस्ट लाइक मेरा। यहाँ पे क्या होता है, यहाँ पे लोग मिलकर के काम कर रहे हैं लाइक रेले रेस। लेट्स सपोज कोई अगर 9 किलोमीटर का ट्रैक है, 3 किलोमीटर आप भागेंगे, 3 किलोमीटर मैं भागूंगा, 3 किलोमीटर मुझे भागेगा, ओवरऑल 9 किलोमीटर हम इतना कंप्लीट करते हैं, ठीक है। और ग्राउंड लेवल पे पर 6-7 लोग हैं, इसका आपको नेक्स्ट में नहीं ऐड किएगा, आप नहीं देना प्लेस निकालेंगे इतना रूटीन में बहुत जगह लेंगे, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे अगर ओवरऑल मैं बात करूँ, ये था आपका फाइनेंशियल प्लान। कैसा लगा फाइनेंशियल प्लान? ये बस अभी आप ये भी आप जो SAP ट्रैकर कर रहे हैं जो बिजनेस पे आज इसको कंप्लीट करेंगे, आज रात को आप थोड़ा स्लो चल रहे हैं तो जगह एज सून एज पॉसिबल इसको कंप्लीट करें। इसमें ना डिले नहीं करना पड़ता, ताकि जल्दी से जल्दी आप गूगल कनेक्ट करा उसको ना उसके ऊपर लेते हैं नहीं ना। अभी और बड़ा SAP ट्रैकर है अभी आपके पास।
Benefits on transaction currency.
हाँ मैं दूसरी बुक दे दूंगा, साथ ही 1-2 वीडियो देख के आपने फिर साथ में ठीक है।
Element. Insert element.
फिर यहाँ पे ना आपके साथ दोबारा मैं स्क्रीन शेयर करता हूँ, आपको आपके प्रोडक्ट के बारे में भी
Characteristics. Okay, what we are doing right now, I'll just tell you that.
प्रोडक्ट ओवरव्यू भी हो जाए ना कि आपकी जो बाइंग हुई थी इसमें प्रोडक्ट चल रहा है। यहाँ पे बताएं बाबर भाई आपको ओके के नाम
Plan fixed cost and controlling currency.
उसमें देखेंगे आपके क्रेडेंशियल्स आए होंगे वेलकम लेटर के नीचे, यहाँ उर्दू में या अरबिक में नाम
Ready for input.
हाँ तो ये क्रेडेंशियल बताएं, यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड क्या लिखा हुआ है। आप लैपटॉप से ज्वाइन किए हुए? हाँ अरबी में वो
Element.
हाँ यहाँ पे यूजर नेम पासवर्ड दिया
Characteristics.
आसमान जो है ना आपका ये यूजर नेम है, इसके आगे ना आपको लिखा होगा HN करके कुछ मतलब। हाँ इन दोनों को कॉपी करके अपने नेक्स्ट में शेयर करें। HN वाले को जो उधर आया हुआ है पूरा, और जो नीचे वाला है वो
And variable cost in controlling area. And variable cost in controlling area. Edit element. Firm.
यहाँ पे और भाई ये जो प्रोडक्ट विजिट है ना और आपका ये जो ऑनलाइन वाला काम है ये कल मैं कनेक्ट करेंगे इस टाइम पे कल नहीं तो आपको ये भी शेयर करना है क्योंकि ये इंटरनेट पर कुछ टेबल नहीं आ रहा तो वो ना फिर हम इसको कर देना उसके दिन आपको अपडेट दे देंगे ठीक है
We've already added this.
मेरे नेट का इशू आ रहा है ना मैं वही चला रहा हूँ वेबसाइट जाती हूँ ठीक है तो कल ये
Yes.
देख के कर लेता हूँ तो बाकी ये है कि आपका अपना नेक्स्ट ऐप ओपन करें मीडिया वाले ने आपको आपके पैसे का ब्रेक डाउन भेज दिए वो चेक कर लीजिए ठीक है रजिस्ट्रेशन हुई है आपकी $40 की प्रोडक्ट प्राइस आपकी 18 है और लर्निंग एंड प्रोडक्ट
डिस्टॉर्शन बहुत आ रही है बैकग्राउंड में ओवर मार्केटिंग को बढ़ा रहे हो तो आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा
$40 रेट लगा था ना
Okay, what we're doing right now is plan a profile with okay, plan a profile. Okay, in plan a profile, we are planning fixed costs. Okay, and then we have plan fixed cost in controlling area currency, which is USD. And then plan variable cost
अब इसके आगे गए हैं मंडे को
in controlling area currency. Now, what is the process basically? Plan fixed cost. What is a plan fixed cost? Let's break this down first. Fixed cost. Now, fixed cost is activity. Activity is quality control. Okay, which is counting of good samples. Okay, this is the activity. But fixed cost, if you don't count the samples and you sit idle, if your workers are sitting idle, even then you will incur this cost, no matter if the job is done or no job is done. So this is activity independent costing. Okay, you plan that. Okay, because your workers didn't show up on that day or in that month, even then you'll pay for this fixed cost. Next is variable costing. This is activity dependent. Activity dependent is that quality counted samples. Okay, so you will plan that 500 units will be counted. Okay, sorry, not planned. Planned. But in actual, only 480 got counted and or passed. So your costing will be then planned as per, it will be costed as per the units that have been counted or passed. This is planned variable cost. Fixed cost, you have to pay that. Variable, of course, as per the usage, you will pay for that. Okay. Save. Now, the process is KP06, KP26, KSPI. Now, KSPI is the calculation of what? Calculation of activity hours, okay, per cost element, per cost center, per unit. This is the concept. Fine. KP06, cost center plus cost element is planned. Now, cost element that we have is electricity plus rent. Okay, that's what we have entered to FI. KP26 is cost center plus activity type, which is quality control, the counting. Okay, based on this, we plan variable cost for the activity that is planned, and that is 500 pieces of counting. Over here, you have planned cost center plus cost element that 50,000 of electricity is planned and rent is, okay, I'll repeat. Rent is 70,000 planned. Okay, I'll repeat this. Planner profile. What we are making here right now is planner profile, and then comes your planning of cost, variable cost. Okay, not variable cost. Sorry, not variable cost. KP06. Now these are transactions, KP06 and KP26. Okay, and if you remember, we had activity types TSH, RA, and TSH, RN. Okay, and we created these activity types, if you remember, with the combination of cost center, sender, receiver in the last lecture, and weightage. Okay, we created that SKF, statistical key figure, and the distribution cycle, if you remember. We first did this, and then we created a planner profile, which we are doing right now, which is this. Now, why we are all doing this? Because we have to carry out planning, cost planning. Now, cost planning is of two types: KP06, KP26. These are transaction codes, T codes, SAP T codes for CO, and this is also T code. T code for CO. Now, KP06 is basically a combination of cost center and cost element, and our cost element is electricity and rent, which is getting entries from FI, and we have already passed entries, if you remember, from FI. So I'll just delete this because we have already entered. It was just to give an idea. Okay. The other is KP26, which is cost center plus active, under which cost center this activity type will be performed to count these quality control pieces. Pieces of glass, for example, is in glass manufacturing, we planned that our workers from quality department will plan to pass samples during that month in 30 days. In 30 days, they will pass 500 pieces. That is activity type. Now, activity is counting the samples and passing it. Okay, I hope that is. Now, since they are doing an activity which is counting the samples, rent and electricity will be incurred. Okay. So under KP06, what we are doing fixed costing or fixed cost planning, which is that even if your workers are absent throughout the month, you will still have to pay rent and electricity. Okay, that is fixed cost planning. But over here, since we have planned 500 pieces, we are forecasting 500 pieces in 1 month will be counted, passed for production, after production for shipping to customer. So this is activity that will be performed, but in actual, for example, 480 pieces are counted. So you have to actually cost, and this is basically variable because you cannot actually put an obligation that 500 pieces will have to be counted because that is not humanly possible. For example, because it has to be counted by humans. So variable cost will be planned, and we planned for 500, but it fell short of 20 and it was 480 pieces. Got it? Okay, good. Then when we have actually planned, and this is variable cost. And when we have done these both, then we run KSPI. And KSPI, basically, it calculates per unit actual and per unit variable cost based on Brent electricity. Because both KP06 and KP26 are combined and calculated in this T code, which is KSPI, calculation of activity hours per cost element per cost center per unit. We get a per unit plan variable cost total and plan per unit actual variable cost. Correct? This is the process. So we have actually saved it. So next part is next part. So this was important to actually tell because sometimes you actually get this okay, next is PRO. Cost center, because we are doing it on cost center. We have already planned the layout, the planner profile. Okay, so planning, manual planning, find user defined planner profiles. Now our planner profiles is basically based on this. Yeah. That's basically based on this. L9P1. SAP 9. General controlling. Layout for controlling. Layout for controlling. Default parameters, we don't need default parameters right now. We have already done that. Okay. We don't need this basically. We can fix the versions. Yes. Okay. Done with this. Next part is KP04. KP04. SAP planner profile, which I told you, format is set now. KP06. Display profile, SAP 9. Okay. SAP 9 planning, local currency. Okay. Settings, user setting, reporting currency, transaction currency. Okay. And save. This is saved. KP06. Set planner profile. ZAP 9. 1 to 12. Fiscal year is 2024. X09 is our quality control, and cost element group is overhead cost, form based, overview screen. We already did this, but okay. Plan fixed cost. Now we are getting it right. Plan fixed cost 540,000, 324,000, 540,000, 324,000. Okay. Post. Last time we missed this basically. RKP. Number assignment is not possible. So we have to actually get this. What we'll do, RKP6. Can't RKP6. 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 Assign element to group. KP06. Now we are planning again. And we are planning as per the whole year based on this cost center and the cost elements of overhead costs, because overhead costs are fixed. Even if your workers work or not, that is fixed. Okay. Come on. Oh, we're making a mistake here. We didn't want this activity in our, this is coming from planner profile, and this was unwanted. Okay. So we go back and we keep not set planner profile. No, what was that? KP66. Double click. Activity, delete element. Yes, because we are not planning based on activity. Because this is KP06 is plans on cost element fixed. Because without activity, this is activity independent. Because fixed cost you have to pay nonetheless, whether you work or not. Okay. Save. KP06. Layout is this one. Okay. Overview screen. Come on, I have to save this. Now this is good. Plan fixed cost. Uh, 3,000 and 324,000. So this is controlling area currency, which is USD, and this is AED. Distribution is equal, right? Over the cost centers based on activity post. Okay, let's do it in the next lecture. Let's stop over here.